What is going on, YouTube Nation? This is Darth Dividend. If you guys are new to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know my future videos. Man, I'm a little beat up. Obviously, you can tell I'm wearing my scrubs and I just got done, just ate. But I wanted to post a video for you guys. Definitely 3 dividend stocks to buy and hold forever. These are ones that are on my radar. Actually, a lot of these stocks that I'm going to discuss are healthcare related. And they're always in demand. They're not going anywhere, and they just grow. They compound their growth. It's amazing how these stocks are in demand, and people need them. I mean, people need these stocks and these companies to survive. So we're going to go over that. We got a bonus stock. So let's check that out right now. That first stock is Medtronic. So Medtronic's a big company in the medical field where you have medical equipment that are needed, like pacemakers. I'll go over their website and what type of products they carry. They are a very popular dividend stock amongst the dividend investing communities. They like to brag about their dividend history as well, which is fantastic. A volume of 3.49 million, PE ratio of 49.88, dividend yield of 1.95%. The year range was 98.44 to 132.39. It looks like the S&P is beating them, but if you look at since inception, Medtronic has ran circles around the S&P 24,226.42% to 3,309.27% since inception, how they're going against each other. So what makes Medtronic so special? Let's check this out. Here's just some things that Medtronic carries, and believe me, as a registered nurse working on a cardiac step-down floor, these guys are in charge of pacemakers, aortic stent grafts, ablation products. So anytime you need a cardiac ablation, and they have surgical equipment. This is just some of them, all right? These are transcatheter pulmonary. And unfortunately, look, and here's the other thing. Unfortunately, people are sick, and people are getting sicker. The obesity rate's off the chain. Cardiovascular disease is high. You're wondering why all these people are getting whacked in the United States with COVID, because they're unhealthy. They have cardiac issues. And guess what? These guys, this is just some of them that they have. They have balloons, catheters. This is for coronary issues. So people that have heart conditions, heart attacks, those type of products, these are the things that they have. These are just specific products just for cardiovascular that Medtronic carries. I'll even show you how much revenue they're generating, but their dividend history is fantastic. Let me show you a few other things on Medtronic. So it's not just cardiac, it's renal care, respiratory, spinal care, urology. This is oral, okay? Neurological, gynecological, general surgery, ear, nose, and throat. So they got the whole shebang, and I just went over cardiac. Let's even check cardiac rhythm. This is what I find very interesting as well. And this is the type of stuff I see on my nursing floor and a cardiac step-down floor. So I'm going to go over this real quick. And this is huge. Cardiac ablation. So ablation, basically, when people have AFib, you get a cardiac ablation, it'll convert you back into sinus rhythm. So AFib, you kind of have like a little squiggly line. You know, it's just not proportional. And then you get an ablation, and then you convert to sinus rhythm. And the problem with AFib is, if you have AFib, that increases your chances like exponentially of getting a stroke. So these are the type of products they carry. Electrosurgical products, pacing systems. Gee, I was just talking about pacemakers. Implantable cardioverter defibrillator system. So people, you get an echocardiogram and you have a low ejection fraction. This thing will shock you pretty much back into life. And this is incredible. I've seen these products work in the hospital. And guess what? If you want to really see if it works, you just put a little monitor on, and it'll send a signal to Medtronic to see if it's working. So it's very amazing. Cardiac monitors, cardiac mapping products. So this is the type of stuff I see on my nursing floor. But what's beautiful about these guys is their revenue and their dividends, which I'll show you real quick. So look, it was 20,000. Like, this is in millions of US dollars, 20, 28, 29, 29, 30, 28, a little bit during pandemic, but it's going right up to 30,117. And again, this is in millions of US dollars. So you can see that these guys are in demand, and their products are in demand because they're increasing their revenue. Now, the PE ratio is not bad, but I'm going to tell you, This is what these guys pride themselves out with their dividend history. I know it's a it's not a 2% or higher dividend yield, but check this out. This is amazing with this dividend growth stock. Now look at their dividend history. This is Medtronic on their website. They're the member of the S&P 500 Dividend Aristocrats. 44 years of increasing dividends per share. Five-year dividend per share compounded annual growth rate, 8%. 10-year, 10%. 20-year, 13%. That is incredible. And look at this. This is going sky high. So if you have X amount of shares with Medtronic, you are rolling. Okay, now look at this. They pride themselves with their dividend history. So this is the dividends in 2019. Look at this. 46, 50, 50, 54, 54, 58, 58, 63. So it's increasing its dividend. So you have X amount of shares, you put that in. This looks like a Roth IRA material, traditional IRA material, because it's increasing its price per share over time. It's increasing its dividend. You want to increase your net asset value when you want to have a traditional Roth IRA. So look at this dividend history. I mean, this is phenomenal. Again, 38, 46, 50. It's just jumping up. So it is increasing its dividend. It's kind of, and you saw in the past 5 years, it hasn't done too hot against the S&P. So this is a dividend stock to capitalize on. Let's jump to the next dividend stock. And here's another one. Pepsi has a 2.71% dividend yield with a volume of 4.03 million. Market cap is 216.00 billion US dollars. The year range is 128.32 to 159.42. Past 5 years, it hasn't done too hot against the S&P. Since inception, absolutely it has blown out the S&P. And there's a few other things that makes Pepsi a very attractive stock before we start discussing products and revenue and dividend history. Pepsi is a company that has a stock split history. 2 for 1 in 96, 3 for 1 in 1990, 1986, 3 for 1, another 3 for 1. So these guys do have a nice stock split history. That could happen in the future. Don't quote me on this. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes. Disclaimer in the comment section. But these guys do have a stock split history. But this is what makes these guys incredible, is a dividend stock. And as a company, it's unbelievable what they own. Here's just their top global brands. They have Pepsi, obviously, Frito-Lay's, Mountain Dew, Doritos, Lipton, Quaker Oats. Gee, I just eat that usually every day for breakfast. Now, there's something about Tropicana, but big deal. Gatorade is huge. I mean, how many people drink Gatorade, or how many people buy Gatorade in the stores? Starbucks Frappuccino, Aquafina, Ruffles, Cheetos. Now, again, this says Frappuccino. This is not Starbucks. Bricks, but it does have the Starbucks logo. I'm just saying. Tostitos, Fritos, Miranda, 7-Up, Sierra Mist, Mountain Dew, Walkers, Pepsi. That's just some of them. Okay? This is just some of them. These are the top global brands. And then here's some other things. Just everyday nutrition that they have. Sabra, Naked, Bear, okay? Bubbly. So, I mean, here's some food ones. Stacy's, Doritos, Bear. Again, look at all these things they have. They eat Smart Food, Sun Chips, Imagine Cheese Stars, Rolling Gold, Mrs. Vickers, Himalayan Pink Salt, Life, Cracker Jack, Matador, Captain Crunch, Funyuns. So look at all of those products that they carry. That is first of all, Medtronic and Pepsi are recession-proof and pandemic-proof. People are going to get sick. People are hungry. People need to eat. People need to consume things. So let's jump to its revenue. Holy cow, look at this jump. So 66, this is in millions of US dollars. So you got 63, 62, 63, 64, 67, 70. It's jumping up. The revenue's jumping up. That is very attractive to these guys as a company. This is something in demand. Medtronic's in demand. People need healthcare things. People need surgeries. People need to be taken care of. People need ablations. So you get where I'm going. These two stocks are in demand, but look at Pepsi's dividend history. It's so beautiful. Look at this, 42 cents, 45, 48, 51, 53, 56, 65, 75, 80, 92, $1.07, PE ratio of 26.84, dividend yield of 2.72, annual dividend of $4.30, and it's 158.91. This is why Medtronic's on my radar. This is why Pepsi's on my radar. They're in demand. They brag about their compounded annual growth rate, and their dividends are increasing all the time. So, and they're not too expensive. This is not too expensive, like compared to Apple or something, and you're getting a 2.72% dividend yield. How do you say no to that? That is a beautiful stock. We're going to jump to the next stock. That next stock is JP Morgan. This is probably the best bank stock out there. In the past 5 years, has done well against the S&P. Since inception, the S&P has done better than it. The past 5 years, it has done better than the S&P. It has a dividend yield of 2.33%, a PE ratio of 10.29. Don't I always say take it to the bank anytime you swipe a card, anytime you take a loan out for a car, anytime you take a loan out for anything. These guys generate money. They know what they're doing. The year range was 91.38 to 167.44. So that's pretty impressive. The day range, it fluctuates a little bit, but the dividend yield is very attractive at 2.33%. I'll show you how much revenue it's generating. Now, here's something that's very attractive about these guys. So, at one point they're 103, 101. Now, they're not jumping up too much or too fast, but they are significantly increasing their revenue over time. If you look in this little pattern right here in the past few years from 2015 and 2017, and then 2019, and then 2018, 2019, you see a significant increase, which they're doing pretty well. And all of a sudden, 2020 hit, the pandemic hit, they went down. But they're such a strong company. They know exactly what they're doing. And what's even more attractive is their dividend history. You got 38 cents, 40 cents, 44 cents, 48.50. Almost about to crack the dollar mark. And it's 154.28 with a dividend yield of 2.29% with a PE ratio of 10.29, annual dividend of $3.60. So 9 times 4, pretty much 36. So you're generating a bunch of money, and it's not beating the S&P. So if you start investing and start putting more money in, think about just having 10 shares or 20 shares. So what I plan on doing with my M1 Finance dividend portfolio is start having stocks, my dividend stocks like Coca-Cola and all them, start buying more of these guys. So I want to start buying more of these guys and let things really start kicking in, because I want to generate at least $1,000, $3,000 a month in my monthly dividends and $2,000 to $4,000 a month in my quarterly dividends. And I'm putting money into stocks like this. Holy cow, can you imagine the dividend increases over time? It's like getting a nice raise. So let's jump to the final dividend stock. That final stock would be Coca-Cola. So Pepsi and Coca-Cola, those two are great dividend stocks to own. Warren Buffett obviously owns Coca-Cola. They have a dividend yield of 2.95%, PE ratio of 30.48, market cap of $243.89 billion. These guys own a little bit of companies, which makes these guys strong as well. So I'll go over their revenue and I'll also reveal to you their dividend history, which makes them very attractive. And I own these guys, and I'm long in them, and I absolutely love them as a dividend stock. So let's check out some products they carry. They have over 200 brands worldwide. Here's Coca-Cola, Sprite, Fanta, Minute Maid, Smart Water, Dasani, Innocent, Simply, Georgia Coffee, Honest Tea, Foos Tea, Costa Coffee, Fairlife, which is like protein stuff, Powerade. Think of how many people that drink Powerade. Seal, Gold Peak Tea, vitamin water. How many people drink vitamin water? What about Schweppes? That's another one. And Aquarius is another one. I'm just trying to think of some of them. Barks is a popular. Dogadan is another one. Peace Tea is another one. So they have a lot of brands out there for people that are very popular. How many times do you see people go to the gas station, get a Powerade or a Coca-Cola? Or I actually love Diet Coke, by the way. Usually at work at my 2 p.m. I mean, who says no to Coke? And then when Shasta, if they bring in Shasta, ugh, terrible. But let's check out their revenue and how they're doing. So they were a little bit down, okay? This is in millions of US dollars. It went from 37 to 33. But there's a little bit, it was 45, 44, 41, 36, 34. It went to 37, then at 33. So they're not jumping up too much, but their dividend history is what makes these guys a excellent dividend stock and why Warren Buffett owns it. So let's check that out. Look at this, 28 cents, 30 cents, 33, 35, 37, 39, 40, 41, 42 cents. PE ratio 30.41, dividend yield of 2.93%, annual dividend of 168. You got yourselves a deal. This is Coca-Cola. I wanted to post this video. Man, it was a crazy 2 shifts for me. I'm like mentally drained, but I wanted to post a video for you guys. I believe that these are hot dividend stocks out there. Of course, disclaimer in the description, I'm not a financial advisor, but I absolutely love Coke as a product. I did buy the dip in Medtronic and sold it, but these are some very good dividend stocks for you guys as investors to have and buy and hold on to forever, because people absolutely love these 4 dividend stocks. Many people, openly will have videos about them owning Pepsi or Medtronic. Medtronic takes a lot of pride in themselves, calling themselves a dividend aristocrat. So make sure you smash that like button. Again, if you are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. This is Darth Dividend. You guys have a good one. Tomorrow's my birthday. I will have a birthday video for you guys as well.